It's the Olympics, and I'm so excited.
Are you?
Yeah, I love the Olympics. I'm an Olympics junkie. I watched dressage yesterday.
How are you watching the past in real time? Tokyo 2020.
No, because there's some stuff that's on. Like
Let's not cross off.
I watched 3-on-3 basketball before I came here. In fact, I got really riveted by Latvia versus the ROC, Rockefeller Records.
What's the ROC?
The Russian Olympic Committee. Because Russia isn't allowed to compete as Russia.
Why?
Because they're bad. I don't know. They did some like shady stuff, I guess, and then they were like, it's happened before.
They did doping?
I don't even think, I'm not sure, to be honest. It might have been. But it's happened before to them and I think other countries where they don't get to like fly the Russian flag, they don't play the national anthem, they don't get to wear, I guess they're sort of in Russian colors. It's red, white, and blue. It's not that.
Well, like
whatever.
Everything
but I think they're
red,
mostly
white,
like
blue.
in grays and stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I love the Olympics. I'll watch anything and everything. It's really fun. Have you played the Google Doodle Olympic game? Oh my God, it's so fun.
I've not done
It's
anything.
so fun. Team Red, hashtag Team Red. I won all the scrolls and all the side quests.
Interesting.
Because I'm a baller.
Yeah. So I'm tired because
Yeah.
I just biked 16 miles.
I'm wired because I had coffee. I had nitro cold brew
Yeah.
directly into my veins.
My legs are hurting. I'm going to go back on Friday.
Nice.
Do more biking.
Actually, Bo, do you know what my veins are full of?
Coffee?
Kentucky bourbon.
Oh, yeah. So was it Saturday that you did all this?
No, so Thursday and Friday, as part of my epic southern road trip, we went to 4 different distilleries.
Over 2 days?
3 in one day. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that much. Okay, so I overheard the one tour guide telling somebody about how much they give you in the tasting.
Yeah.
Because at all of them we did either just a tasting or a tour and a tasting. And they're legally allowed to give you 1.5 ounces total. So that's less than a shot. Like a shot is 2 ounces.
Okay.
So
it's like
theoretically I
sip.
had less than 3 shots of bourbon. Yeah.
At
It's like a decent sized sip.
Okay.
If you were to, you're supposed to like take a couple, like 2 to 3 sips of each one. Like the first sip kind of like acclimates your palate, and then the second sip and third sip you get like the whole thing. But
I'll be there in a couple years
yeah,
when I go get my...
it's really cool. This is my second time that I've been there, and I want to go and do. There's a Kentucky Bourbon Trail.
Yeah.
And there's 2 versions of it. I realized there's like the classic one, which is like 18 distilleries that it says you can do in 5+ days, and that's like the big ones. That's Jim Beam, Wild Turkey, Heaven Hill, Maker's Mark, Woodford, and things like that. Like things that people would know. And then there's all like the craft ones. There's like 20 some more craft ones.
You made me buy Woodford.
Woodford. It's really yummy. Which one? Which kind did you get?
Just the
regular.
Just regular.
I really like the double oaked.
Yeah, the liquor store had that as well.
And it's more expensive and it's really good.
It was like twice as much for a smaller bottle.
I have I only bought 1 bottle when I was there in Kentucky. Like all I bought was 1 bottle, and I bought a bottle of Maker's Mark.
You only bought 1?
Yeah.
It looked like you had bought 2.
No.
Was there just 1 sitting there?
I don't know.
Like a display?
Maybe.
Because you did the wax dip.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was somebody. So like you go and you dip, and then it has to sit and solidify, and then so there was somebody else's, I guess, sitting there.
I'm having a ton of jokes in my head. So when he said dip, I'm
when
like,
I dip, you dip, we dip.
Exactly.
Yeah, we made that joke a lot.
So dumb. Oh, so I've been listening back, and I realized, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago, I had made a connection to your friend Bonnie, who lives in Texas, and I made a reference in that episode, and then I listened, and I apparently made the same reference.
Oh, really?
Like whatever episode that I was, which is probably like in May, of like, oh, they could be friends.
Oh, nice.
It's just like, yeah, you said that already.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I'm like 3 months behind on all my podcasts.
Cool.
I have 64 left.
Well, to follow up on a previous thing I mentioned too, so part of this road trip, actually the main purpose of this road trip was to go see the Rocket City Trash Pandas baseball team in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yep.
It's fantastic. And I found an amazing record store in Huntsville called Vertical House Records. Shout out.
Yeah, I saw.
It was
had a lot.
Awesome. Guess what I found when I was in Huntsville, Alabama?
Records.
Yeah, but specifically a record of the Kutztown State College Choir back before it was Kutztown University. So
Did you find
for
that?
those that don't realize, that's like that college is
10-ish hours. Maybe.
What? Okay, but from here,
Oh, yeah, it's like
Kutztown's like an hour and 10
but I'm
minutes
talking
or
about
whatever.
where you found it. It's
Yeah,
like
I
10
found
hours. 10 hours.
Maybe more. Yeah, I don't know. It was
But
like 1,000 miles south of here. I found a
we
record.
went to, what was the place? Was it in Kentucky? It was Mammoth Caves. That was a
That's,
long
I think, in Kentucky.
drive.
Yeah,
We drove it straight. It was so long. It was horrible.
yeah.
But it was fun going 5 million miles under the ground in a nice dank cave.
Well, I was driving through Virginia. I didn't realize all of the cave things that they have. Like some of them I've heard of, but I was like, oh my God, like every 20 miles is like a new cave exhibit thing.
Because it's a big, huge system.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, and here and here and here and here. And then like sometimes they like disconnect, but whatever.
Cool.
What are we here to do besides reminisce of the past week?
Talk about music.
Talk about music. How much music?
Well, generally speaking, 2 tunes, but sometimes you play like 58 tunes.
I'm only going to play these 2 today. I don't have any connections to any of these. I mean, there are connections. There are twists. In
Like vines, perhaps intertwined.
Sure. Is that from your...
Sort of.
Oh, like, yeah, there you go. Like vines.
Yeah.
That's the album name. That's, anyways.
And there's a song called We Intertwined where they say,
Wiener?
like,
Wiener?
we intertwined.
We intertwined. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry,
mic.
guys. Oh. Anyways, so 2 tunes. We're 2 Tunes podcast. I'm Bo.
I'm Brandon.
And then we talk about 2 tunes.
Yeah.
And
Who's
20 tunes.
who's first this
I'm
week?
I'm first. I
You're
wish
first.
I wish I was last. But, but there's we got to go with the system.
Yep.
The system can't
That
break
only
it.
you know.
Well, I mean, if you just look at the last episode, and it's like, oh, Brandon was last, so that means he's
Okay.
first. But last episode, I was last with us 3, Bitty Bitty Bop.
Yeah.
You were supposed to say
Cantaloupe
funky.
Foot
Funky.
Fantasia.
Did you tag Blue Note Records?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Because
see.
Us
but
3 doesn't have a...
No, us
an
3 is
Instagram.
one guy, and it's not really
Yeah.
a thing. Anyways, so this is Saleka is the artist, and The Sky Cries is the song, and it is featured in season 2 of Servant, which is an Apple TV Plus original series.
About?
Yeah.
Have you not watched it?
I watched the first season.
Oh, okay.
This is from the second season. It's from like episode 8. There's a video for it. The video is like really, really kind of cool. Like she's outside of the apartment of this, like she kind of goes into the apartment and like dancing, and then the band is like in different areas, but there's like a spotlight straight down on top, and like as she's moving, it's following her, but it's always kind of like really steep angle. As she's dancing around this house. And then at the end of the video, I think it ties into the movie, or not the movie, but the TV show, which has Rupert Grint in it. Ron Weasley.
From the movie Thunderpants,
I was thinking Harry Potter.
where he invents pants that harness the power of farts.
Is
That's
that
a real thing.
Is that
That's
with
an
him in
actual
it?
real thing starring Rupert Grint. Yes.
And Rupert also has an American accent, which is
How's
weird
that?
in general.
Is it all right, or is it just too
The
weird
show?
because like
It's
you've
weird because it's Ron Weasley.
Yeah,
and you're like,
that's what-
look at Harry.
Yeah.
But he doesn't play that. He's
Sure.
like he's an asshole who just drinks all the time.
Okay. What's the show about?
It's so complicated. But okay, so in the first episode, there's this nanny, the servant, I guess, or who comes to the house, and they get a job, and they're taking care of this baby. It's a husband and wife. The servant comes in and like, oh well, tomorrow, here's your room. Like like quick tour. It's late at night. It's raining. It's like, here's the living room. Here's the dining room. Here's the kitchen. Oh, let's go upstairs. Here's your room. All right, you'll meet Jericho tomorrow. And then you see the husband go into the nursery, look down at the baby, pick up the baby by the feet, and then walk away from the crib, and the baby's head hits the edge of the crib, it's a doll.
Oh, okay.
And the reason it's a doll is because the baby, like their child had passed away.
Oh.
And you don't find out that until like the end of the season about how it passed away.
So the nanny's taking care of a fake baby?
Yes, but the nanny, like the mother believes that this is the child because it's like a coping mechanism. Yeah. And then the nanny does the exact same thing. It's just like, this is your child. Like, what is wrong with you? As the father is like, we just knock it off. Like we're just doing this because she was catatonic. But then the baby like appears, like is real then.
Okay.
And the husband is like, what? Where did you get this child? Who did you steal it from? Trying to figure out where this comes from.
Okay.
And then the mother comes home, and you'd thinking's like, what? Like realization that, and like, no, nothing. It's like, there's my child, whatever. It's like, okay, this is Jericho. And then the nanny is also like, yeah, that's Jericho. That's your child. And they're just trying to figure out what is going on, but like not just going to the police and be like, hey, this baby just randomly appeared. Yeah. She's psychotic because her baby died. I don't know what's going on with this nanny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting. Does the doll baby, like, does the fake baby disappear?
Yeah.
It's just
like it's gone when the real baby's there, and then the real baby it's weird. Okay, it's super weird, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the baby's real or if there's some magic to it within the show. It's
like maybe he's the crazy one.
Yeah, but then there's Rupert Grint is the brother of the wife, and he's like, what is going on? But apparently, like, the one girl was a part of a cult.
Okay.
It's just it's
many
weird.
Layers deep.
Like and but yeah, it's weird.
So you've not seen season 2. So then how did you?
I've gone into episodes are only like 30 minutes, which is kind of weird for like a
dramas
drama,
usually
with a one camera drama.
So how did you find a song from a episode you haven't watched yet, or have you watched this episode?
I have not watched this episode yet. How did I find this? I don't know. No, because I don't think I was. I don't know how I found the video, and I think I found the video before I was like, I'm gonna watch that show, and then I found the video, and then I found her.
Interesting, because like I've like listened to shows and Shazammed or like looked up what the music is or whatever,
and she's listed as a performer in the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
did you know? Do you know anything about her?
No, I listened to. I have thoughts on this song, but I listened to another of her songs.
Which one?
The artist
is Saleka.
Saleka. Whatever her top listened to song was on Spotify.
She only has like 5 songs.
Clarity.
Yeah, Clarity. Clarity is, there's also a video with Clarity.
Okay.
It starts in a jazz club, then it goes to like movie sets, and then it goes into like the woods.
Because I was like...
And it's directed by her sister.
Well, I can talk more about it when we listen to more of the tune.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Here's the tune. It's jazz.
Is it?
Is it blues?
It's more jazz than blues.
I stand outside as the sky cries tonight, wishing I could fall like rain on you.
I'd be curious who the players are on this.
Yeah.
Particularly the guitar player and the bass player.
In your eyes is my palette, my place.
They're probably just session players, but like...
I feel like a pain.
Yeah.
They fit the... Can you pause this a second? Sorry. It's very loud in my ears.
Yeah, that's good. It needs to be loud. I mean, eventually, like the people at home aren't hearing what we're hearing because it'll be edited.
Yeah. But anyway, so...
Kind of. I don't edit it.
The bass player and the guitar player, even if they are session players, they fit... Like, everything they're playing is very idiomatically correct. Like, it sounds like legit jazz players. And maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. You
Probably.
know what I mean? Like session players kind of have to be well versed in everything.
I think that the Saleka, there's not a lot of knowledge. Like, there's not a lot of like, this is her history. This is where she grew up and blah, blah, blah. Even though I do know all this information.
Okay.
But I know it for other reasons.
Okay.
And I'll tell you at the end.
Fair enough.
So there's a twist.
So my big thought about her was she sounds like a pop singer.
Okay.
Singing. So she's the one, like, she's the outlier. If everybody else to me sounds like they fit
Okay.
the jazz thing, she does not.
Okay.
And it's not bad. It's just like, oh no, this is not her normal style, I guess. And that's why I wanted to listen to something else.
She's
and I was
a
like, oh, yep.
So
Like that Clarity song sounds great. And I was like, yeah, that sounds
Like
what I
her.
would expect her voice to go with.
and this is odd.
Yeah, like I'd be curious to hear an actual jazz singer do this song.
Okay.
Like I like this song.
She wrote this song, by the way.
Okay.
So,
I don't doubt that.
well, I'm just
Yeah.
clear. I'm giving you clarity. Which
Okay.
is the first.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's get back to
Cool.
You're my cure.
Is the bass on the left, and then the guitar's on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very simple mix
Yeah.
of just like vocals in the center, drums in the center, guitar on the right, bass on the left.
Piano on the left as well.
Yeah, she may be playing piano.
Or at least the left hand, maybe.
In the video, I don't think there's a piano player, like visually. Because she's also like kind of billed as an R&B soul.
I could hear that more. Yeah.
Apparently, she spent a lot of time in jazz clubs
Okay.
in her youth, even though she's like...
It's just very pop inflected, which is kind of the thing anyway now, but regardless of style.
Yeah. I'm doing some math here.
Okay. The one thing I really like about what the guitar player does a lot of times is in some of those licks is he plays it all in octaves.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Is it Grant Green, I think, that did a lot of that?
I have no idea.
I think it was Grant Green. Oh, Wes Montgomery. That's who I'm thinking. Wes Montgomery played a ton of stuff in octaves. Grant Green may have also, but...
Do you think... So when I sent it to you, I'm like thinking, it's like, is he going to like compare this in any way, shape, or form to Billie Eilish?
That was my first thought.
Okay.
As soon as I heard her voice, I was like, this sounds... I could hear Billie Eilish doing this also.
Yeah.
She would also sound pop-like, but I'd be curious to hear her
I think
interpretation. Her new
I-
album comes out. Well, as of airing this, it will have been out, but
Friday?
yeah.
30th?
Yeah.
I think that Saleka is it has a wider range of vocal ability than Billie does. Or at least I've been...
We don't know. 'Cause that's the thing you've been questioning since episode 1.
I don't know if Billie Eilish can push.
Yeah.
Like, she's got the quiet stuff down, like a lot of this, but you can tell that this person can kind of like push a little bit further.
Yeah.
I really like the mix.
I want that note in the chord.
Well, then you put it in the chord. So that's Saleka.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know nothing about her?
No.
She's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the twist!
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then the first video...
You know, it's funny. I saw that on her 5 singles or whatever, one of them is from the old soundtrack.
Yeah, this is from M. Night Shyamalan's Servant. And then Old is directed...
Okay.
It is, but it isn't. Like, he directed the first...
By?
It's produced by... It's not written. I don't think he's written anything. He directed a couple episodes. But also, so her younger sister, she's the oldest of the 3 kids. And then her, like, the middle child, I guess, directed the Servant, or not the Servant, she did direct an episode or 2 of Servant. But she also directed Clarity, that video. And they were talking about it and like how it's like, oh, you know, we spent time in jazz clubs and on movie sets and then like in nature, because they live on like a 30 million acre property,
Of course.
and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know how I found this person really.
Yeah.
No, actually I do know how. So there's a list, or there's a thing on Apple Music, a playlist, and it's like as heard on TV and movies, or as like on the screen or whatever, and it's just like all the pop songs or just not score music of stuff. So I was like going down through that, and then I saw on this, you can see that it's like, oh, it's for Servant. I've been meaning to watch that. Let me listen to this.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is really cool. And then trying to do the research in there, and it's like, oh, her name is Saleka Shyamalan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then when you look up, it just goes straight to M. Night.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah. So
What does the M stand for?
I will not be able to pronounce it.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's his name.
Right.
Like, I don't think Night is actually in his name.
We'll find out.
But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce his name.
M. Night Shyamalan, American filmmaker. Manoj
Okay.
Neliatu.
Yep. Which I think his middle daughter also goes with a middle name of Knight.
Born in India, raised in Penn Valley, Pennsylvania.
Outside Philadelphia. That's why all of his
Cumulative gross
movies.
of his films exceeds $3 billion globally.
That's why all his films take place in Philadelphia. Just like Servant, the show, takes place in Philadelphia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Apple TV Plus is like, they've got some stuff that I kind of want to watch, but I don't want to pay for a subscription to that.
You can get a free year if you just bought an iPhone or Apple device.
Oh, fair. I'm actually up for a new phone, so maybe.
Then you get a new one, and then you get that year.
Yeah. Yeah, because like every night, like I just keep seeing stuff. I feel like they started with like nothing, and now they're
No,
really...
I think they started with like really like big names, like Tom Hanks, Chris Evans. Is
But I
Cherry
mean, like
on there?
like volume of stuff.
Oh yeah, they have
They're
nothing.
like 4 things, and now like everything I see that comes out from them, I'm like, okay, that at least looks intriguing and interesting. And this show sounds interesting.
Apple TV Plus is not like your normal streaming service where you get to watch for free other stuff. Like anything that you get for free is their stuff that they are releasing. That you can only get it there.
Right.
So you think of all the Netflix original stuff.
Uh-huh.
Imagine you just get that.
Oh, right.
Netflix would not be. I mean, Netflix didn't start out that way, but also with Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon has other stuff. You can rent. You can also rent stuff from Amazon.
Yes, you can also rent stuff from Apple Music or Apple TV, but it's like you don't get it with the service.
Right.
It's like with Apple TV Plus, you only get these.
Yeah.
And then you could rent all this other stuff, but you get these things.
Yeah, they don't have
which is what they're making, or acquiring. So yeah,
cool. Are they getting all the Quibi stuff? Somebody's getting the Quibi stuff.
Yeah,
or getting the rights to
all the Quibi stuff.
Yeah,
well, maybe we'll look it up in the break. Okay, we're gonna take a break. Word to Big Bird. In space.
In space.
Oh, we got to talk about this for a second. So I saw this person is like,
I wanted you to add reverb.
Yeah, I know. So there was this TikTok, Instagram, I don't know, something that was short, and this person's like, do you think everyone says that this is the darkest reality that ever existed? But let me tell you about this, and they told them about how like Big Bird was supposed to be on the Challenger.
Okay.
But they couldn't build a spacesuit big enough for him.
Okay.
Right? Like not the guy who played Big Bird, but Big Bird.
Sure.
Going on the Challenger and going into space. On the Challenger. Now imagine that universe.
Right.
Where Big Bird died in an explosion.
Yeah.
When you were a child. It's like, oh my God.
Jesus. Yeah.
And then would that be continuity? Would he's like, we got Big Bird doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they would fix that.
They would prune it. All right.
Cool.
Break time.
Break. It's Bo coughing off mic.
I know.
The podcast.
There was a lot of
the movie. The TV show.
Stuff. Is the air conditioning on? What's going on?
It sounds like it. Doesn't feel like it.
Well, no, it just kicked on. They're like, oh, there's people in the building. We should probably turn on the air conditioning. And we're back.
Word. You
should hush. And not wake me up.
Boo. So the Hush Sound is my band. So this road trip I was talking about, my friend Mike and I, we went and put together a road trip playlist.
Okay.
But this was my conception of it is instead of just a bunch of random songs and whatever, we listen to albums.
Okay.
And we listen to them straight through. So like we didn't put it on shuffle. We just put we each put in albums. I curated it a little bit, where I tried to not all the punk rock albums in a row kind of thing, like, you know, sprinkling some Sammy Ray and some this and that and the other. EPs counted as albums, by the way,
Okay.
in case you're wondering. But I tried to curate a little bit, and then eventually we were just, because we were driving for a long time, we just started adding things in. But this was one of the albums that I added in. We actually didn't get to it, but I listened to it straight through after I dropped him off. We got home. But this is a band, The Hush Sound, from, I think, Chicago, Illinois. Bo, do you know what they were originally called?
The Hush.
Why are they not called The Hush?
Because there's a rapper
Apparently.
that's named The Hush.
The Hush, yeah. So I found out about them because they were signed to Decadence Records, which was Pete Wentz's imprint off of, I think, Fueled by Ramen, then eventually Island or whatever. But yeah, I think through one of the guys from the original Panic at the Disco lineup, sort of found them and then signed them and stuff. I probably picked this album up at Warped Tour, like probably even from like either the Fueled by Ramen or the Cadence tent, because I was like, oh, cool, like the name, album looked cool, and then I really liked it. Kind of indie pop, piano band and stuff.
It seems the recording seems rough, but in a good way.
Yeah, for sure. The album was partially produced by Patrick Stump, lead singer of Fall Out Boy. Mm-hmm. And in fact, he makes a little guest appearance on this song.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't catch that?
Is he the boy?
No, he's not the boy. The boy is Bob Morris or whatever the guy's name is.
The other guy?
So it's for folks that don't know.
I only got 3 listens, so.
Well, right. Part of why I chose this song, though, so it's a guy lead singer and a girl lead singer, except if you listen to like pretty much most of this album, she's the singer. And like
this song,
he's not on there. Or he's the singer and she's not on there.
Okay.
It's interesting. Like have you heard the band Melt?
I'm just gonna say no.
They're a current band, which I really like, but they're very similar. Guy singer, girl singer, but it's like when it's either the guy's song or the girl's song. Like there's no kind of mixture. This song, it's more her song, but he's on it. Does that make because he sings the hook and stuff? Yeah. But like that doesn't happen on the other songs.
I'm thinking of like other bands that do that. Which, I mean,
I feel like most bands that have like the dual lead singer thing, like they're all kind of on. Like they're all singing, whether it's just singing harmony or singing a verse.
Because
or
I'm thinking like Alkaline Trio. Obviously, like there's Matt Skiba's songs, and then I don't know what the other dude's name is.
I don't know.
And there's
but even like speaking of Matt Skiba, like Blink-182, like there were like Mark songs and Tom songs.
Yeah.
But like even that, they'd be singing harmony or whatever. But I feel like on the Hush Sound stuff, like when it's
maybe it's because
Bob. Like when Bob sings, there's like dudes singing backup or singing harmony. Maybe it's just him.
Okay.
And when Greta sings, there's like girls, and again maybe it's just her. But
interesting.
And this is one of the few that they both sing on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to listen to more.
Yeah.
You ready?
Born ready.
Are you?
You came to me in seamless sleep.
I really like her voice a lot too. She's got a bunch of side projects and other things that I want to dig into.
Are they still a band?
No.
Okay.
They split a while ago.
I saw that they were coming back, but never did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is actually. Here's the connection of the day.
Okay.
So on this song...
She's also M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. Twist! Twist!
No, but it would be great. No. So like the last song, it was like the guitar's on one side, the bass is on the other. Mm-hmm. Normally you have like the bass in the middle. Mm-hmm. This guitar is like really on one side, and then there's other things.
I think it like moves all to this more to the center then.
Okay. We'll find out.
I think. But yeah, it's almost like mono.
Oh yeah, it's
feel.
It's not even in the rate at all.
And then
the bass.
Here comes the chorus, and now it's all forward.
No, I think it's piano on the right.
Is it?
Piano's in the center now.
Yeah, a little more right though.
But the
There's some guitar on the left.
Is 100% on the left.
Yeah, I like the raw recording sound of it though.
Yeah, if you like the parts where the drums are all by themselves,
Yeah.
There's a lot of room noise.
Yeah.
Which it might feel like they're all playing at the same time.
Yeah. So this chorus, I guess it's the chorus.
Yep.
The hook. Patrick Stump sings later. He sings once, kind of, does his Patrick Stumpy thing, and then Bob takes over again the next time.
So just one chorus.
It's not, yeah, he sings it like just one time through that line.
Gotcha.
He sings on another song too, I forget which one, later in the album. And then we go to like the bridge.
I think if they had more time and money, they could, that like the little guitar thing that's going off on the one side, like I don't think it's what their idea was. I think it's like, this is what we can do.
I see, and I think too, like with some of this, I was just curious. This is track 6, and this is the first time they sing together. That's why I was curious about it.
Okay.
Can you pause for a second? Just because it's going to get to that moment when he sings. I think that I like that they didn't probably have more money and more stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would have been too overproduced.
Possibly.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I have this album and I have their next album, which I think is called Goodbye Blues. And I have not listened to that album in a long time. Probably since I bought it on CD and like was listening to it on CD, like 2008 or whatever. But I feel like that one was a little bit more produced. I think still keeping their aesthetic and everything, but yeah. But it was like those two albums that I got really into, and I haven't listened to more. And like I said, the two lead singers at least have like separate things that they do. She's actually the keyboard player for Vampire Weekend, like when they're on tour. Like she's like their touring piano player.
Gotcha.
Which is cool.
We're back.
I just saw a tweet this morning that was like, it was like, just so you all know, Vampire Weekend's an American band. They're not British. I'm sure that stuns a lot of you. I don't know. I thought that was funny. You can cut that out. It's not funny.
Yeah.
So this is Patrick Stump right here.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah, that's Patrick Stump.
Okay, so here's the reason that I need to listen. I'm gonna rewind a lot.
Okay.
I need to listen to something to the previous chorus. Okay, so listen to the bass sound in this chorus. All right.
Okay.
And then when we listen to the bass sound,
It's fuzzy.
and it's also like a bass, like the guitar's gone,
Yeah.
and it's like that's, and then the bass is gone.
Yeah.
So like the bass, it's just the bass and Stumpy, in that moment. So like I was more focusing on I didn't even notice that it was Patrick Stump.
You're locked into the fuzz
Maybe
bass.
the fuzz bass, which was it's only at that point.
Yeah.
So
Clean.
after the bridge, well, this is the bridge
Yeah.
with the weird guitar part.
Here it comes.
Guitar comes out. Fuzz pedal.
Yeah.
And now it's just normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guitar's over there the whole time. I did feel that like it went on a little bit too long.
You hush.
I'm just like you could have just faded out like the chorus of it instead of like adding a little coda onto the end.
Nah. It finishes it nicely, I think.
I think it has
Fade outs for losers.
for real bands,
For quitters. Can't write an ending. J.J. Abrams. This may be an awkward cut. I don't know.
I don't know.
Keeping it loose today. Keeping it real.
We edit
Something.
in real time
Yeah.
and don't listen back before we edit.
Cool.
But that was our show.
Saleka and the Hush Sound.
Saleka Shyamalan, who I guarantee she's like, no, it's just Shalama or Saleka,
yeah.
Because I don't want to be associated with my dad, or I want to do it on my own.
Yeah, that's the
which is cool. I like all the songs that she's done, and yeah, she has another song that's in the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, Old.
Yeah.
I haven't. I think I listened to it once. So like, it's not fresh on my mind of like what it sounds like. Clarity. What is Clarity?
Yeah,
that's a pretty good song. I like that one. The video is pretty cool too. I think that she's the artist, or the kind of artist that, like, if she releases something, a song, it's also going to have a video. I really like the video of this song that we talked about, the Sky Cries, and it was directed by her dad. That's cool. And on the set of this TV show that like is millions of dollars. So it's just like, we'll just, film it here.
Yeah.
So, and it's really cool with like the jazz players in the back, and it feels like a jazz club, but like she's walking around the jazz club, and like, but the club is this person's house. Yeah. Cool. So I like it. If you'd like to get a whole, what?
I was gonna say, I don't know if the Hush Sound has music videos. Probably a couple.
Probably. At least one.
Yeah.
If you'd like to get a hold of us, come join the Discord. There's a link in the show notes description if you're listening.
Sometimes kind of lively. No one responded to I went right to the source. My friend Mike, who's like the Disney guy, about the turnstile thing. He was like, I played it for him. I was like, hang on, listen to the beginning of this. And he was like, hold on, I got it.
yeah, because you gave us the answer, and we're like, cool.
Yeah. But it wasn't exactly that. It just was.
Yeah, it was similar. But I was looking up that sound as well.
Gotcha.
And for those who don't know what we're talking about, you can go
join
find
the Discord.
It out. Join the Discord, and there's like little rooms for each episode, so you could talk about specifically that, or there's a general thing. Give us book recommendations, song recommendations. Share this with people.
Yeah, I'm excited to dig into all my new records I got from Alabama.
Yeah,
maybe find some stuff.
Alabama. That's from Forrest Gump. There.
Sure.
We were talking about that before the pod. They bring it up a lot.
Yeah.
Where
else can they find us, Bo, besides the Discord?
Instagram at Two Tunes Podcast.
Facebook.
There's a place there
on
Facebook. I don't think it's in the description or not.
Should
Maybe
be.
It is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
email
if it
us, twotunespodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. If for your business inquiries.
Yeah. Facebook and Instagram is probably the best, just because you can share the posts.
Yeah, and what you guys should do if you're listening to this podcast, just hit that subscribe button. Like, subscribe to this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, get it downloaded automatically to you, and it helps us out. It gets people, and write a review on Apple Music if there was
preferably
reviews.
5 stars.
Preferably 5 stars.
You can bash us in the comments of your 5-star review. That's totally fine.
5 stars. This is crap.
Yeah.
Just as bad. Like, they lied
Worst
to us.
Worst podcast ever. 5 stars.
I'm going to write those reviews. Worst podcast ever. 5 stars.
Cool. Thanks for listening.
All right. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Peace.